What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Nerdsgalore, where we let the inner nerd roar. I'm your host, Star Wars Gazer. I'm joined by a couple friends of mine. We'll be joined by some other people a little bit later. We got Star Wars Nerd up top. How we doing?
Hello there.
Hello. And we got Mr. Other way, Josiah Bra over there. How are you doing, sir?
What up? What up?
Oh man, how have you guys been this week?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Anything new or exciting? Any new pickups?
Not really. We in the crunch
Dang.
time for ICCC, so it's like all my paychecks are going straight into that fund.
Right.
Man, y'all rubbing face by ICCC, man. Y'all got some a lot of this, those archives and really those very rare collectibles too as well. And that's what I know I'm gonna be missing a lot. And I wish I can go, but I'll be a Rebel Scum though for sure. But yeah.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I'm not going to Rebel Scum, but I did see Rebel Scum announced yesterday that Sam Witwer is going to be there.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
Hey, you want? Let me tell you, because he was actually in Arizona today for GameCon.
Okay.
And I was gonna buy my tickets, do all that today, but as soon as I saw you got announced Rebel Scum, I just saved me about $207 worth of not have to go today. So I was like, it was like the will of the force. I was like, I hope they announce him, and I can just save money now. So I'm happy with that.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Your prayers were answered by the Force.
Yeah, exactly right.
I love it. I love it. That's sweet. I know, Josiah, this is the first time you're meeting Star Wars nerds and stuff, but when I sent him a picture of you, because he goes, I don't know if I know Josiah, and it was your picture of you with Mark Hamill, and he goes, I want to know about meeting Mark Hamill. Like, so I told him we'll have some stories tomorrow, but maybe if you want to give him a sneak peek,
because I've asked everybody how it is meeting Hayden, so I got to know what it's like meeting his son.
Let me tell you, Mark, I will just say he's a very calm person, and when you go to his panel, he's like very energetic. It is like, I'll just say meeting him is really unreal. So it's like you're meeting a legend of Star Wars from the beginning. So it's like when you meet him, man, you'll feel like in a sense spaced out, but like when you actually get to interact with him, he'll make you feel really welcome to as well. But it's like I remember in a photo op too, because he was interactive now, but he was a good interaction in the autographs too. And let me tell you, man, he's calm. He's a very calm person. I will just say that. Maybe not like so crazy in energy. Maybe he is at panels, but when you actually meet him in person, bro, you're gonna love him. You're like, wow, I can't believe this actually happened. I met the legend.
So we've already got Brady Bloomer in here. Let's go.
I really wish I saw my Batman tattoo though, and then the Joker. I wish I showed him that because I met Kevin Conroy. So with those two together, man,
dang. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. He wants to know, is meeting Mark worth the money?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely 100%. Yes, $400-$500. I think on this man, when I met him in Chicago, if I can guess, I spent well over $2,000. But see, I went all out because I'm from Arizona and I had to fly over to Chicago. I was like, well, if I'm going to see him, I'm going to go all out. I got the Ultimate Mark Hamill edition, what comes in a photo, a pre-signed autograph, and front row seating at his panel. And let me tell you, when you sit in front of the seat of the panel and you're like 10 feet away from him, it's like you're in a living room with Luke Skywalker, bro. It's insane. Dang. But yes, it's called once in a lifetime for a reason. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. Trust me, it is.
That's cool. That's cool. Appreciate all of you guys watching right now. We're gonna kind of we're just gonna sit here and talk for a minute, let things kind of build up, and then we're gonna start talking about the Ahsoka season 2 rumors that just came out, and then also we're gonna talk about the new Star Wars Tales of the Underworld that was just announced this week. Surprisingly, because I don't know about you guys, but I totally thought they would have waited till Celebration to announce anything like that.
Well, no, because the Tales of the Empire, they just randomly dropped the trailer like right before the Acolyte too. Well, actually before May 4th because it came out on May 4th. But
yeah, I'm really hoping that this game this Tales of the Underworld isn't bad, because like Tales of the Jedi was fantastic. Tales of the Empire was like, I could take that or leave that. And then
I'll take the first 3 episodes, but I'll leave the Barriss arc.
Yeah.
They just have like these characters in Tales of the Empire. That one, it was just not much of an exciting type character like Morgan Elsbeth. Okay, well.
Right. Exactly. Obi-Wan wants to know, Josiah, did you meet Kevin Conroy?
Yes, I did. 2017. 2017. You're basically talking to Batman himself. He does have to act out his voice. I mean, he is him.
That's so
he
cool.
got he got the father figure, and yeah, I met him in 2017 and everything, and I just wish yeah, but I'm trying not to hold it at it. Kevin Conroy is one of the best people. Let me just say that. He's a legend, man. Definitely is.
Did you ever see the video Kevin Conroy reading the lines for Batman the Dark Knight?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is so good. I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be. Like, it's just like, oh, mwah, like it's so good.
No, dude. Kevin Conroy, man, he's something else, bro. It's just so. And even when he was talking about his relations with Mark Hamill and everything else back then, I was telling him that hopefully I get to meet Mark Hamill someday and I could come back and tell you that story. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer. But
Yeah.
you did get to meet Mark Hamill, and did you? I can't remember now. I think you did mention about him being Joker, because I know you. I think you had said that a lot of people, obviously talk to him about Star Wars and stuff like that. Obviously, he's known as Luke, but you get a chance to talk to him a little bit about the Joker.
Oh yeah, he absolutely did, and he talked about how he enjoyed working with Kevin as well, and how I remember it was one part that he was saying. I think he said in other videos too. It was almost similar to what he said. I wish I know word to word, but like, let's just say if Kevin Conroy were to do another film or something like that at that time, if he's alive, he's in it. Mark will be in it as well. But if he's not going to be Batman, he's just not going to do it. So yeah, it was just within that aspect of it. He was saying it was great working with them as well. So yeah. Kevin Conroy, man, he's something else too.
Which now, like, don't get me wrong, Mark Hamill will always be the original, but that Troy Baker, have you heard Troy Baker?
Well, I know Troy Baker though, but what about him though?
His Joker voice is, I mean, it's scary good, like Mark Hamill good. Have you ever heard his voice for Joker?
I know him for Joel in The Last of Us. That's mostly just it.
Okay, I'm gonna play this for you. It's actually really good, and he does it in a lot of games and stuff too. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna play this for us here. Just get crazy. It sounds so much like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I remember that walking in an audition, and I think that actually it wasn't even Joker, it was the character, it was just Jack. And I'm looking through and I'm seeing all of these like paragraphs and stuff, and going, why is that in here? It rapidly like, oh God. And you just want to leave. But my eyes fell upon this certain paragraph, and it's one of my favorite monologues, and to me it's one of the best cross sections of who the Joker is. It's the monologue that he gives when Gordon's going through the kind of tunnel of love thing, showing pictures. Memories can be filed. Lots of little brutes like children, I suppose. What can we do without them? Memories are what our reason is based upon. If we can't face them, we deny reason itself. Although why not? We are contractually tied down to rationality. There is no sanity clause. So when you find yourself locked onto an unpleasant train of thought, heading for the places in your past where the scream is unbearable, remember, there's always madness. You can just step outside and close the door, and all those dreadful things that happened, you can lock them away. Madness is the emergency exit.
Like
Mark Hamill should endorse him for that.
Right? 100%. I mean, he sounds like Mark Hamill.
Man. Wow, he'd be a good replacement for that.
Right?
Most definitely.
And they've started using him in a lot of like newer Batman stuff that they've been working on, like games and stuff like that they've ever had. Like they've started using him for some stuff.
I mean, that's good without having them to pressure, basically. Pressure Mark Hamill like to do it again, because that would have been hard for him even to do as well. He probably wouldn't even sound the same. I don't know, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, I will say this, Kevin Conroy's last words as Batman are amazing and heartfelt. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Gazer said he has. Yeah.
Oh, one last thing to share. I remember I was the first person in line, because I got his reserved seat from panels and everything else, but I was the first person in line when he entered the building, got everything set up, and what he did, he was standing right on top table with all the autographs. He's like, I am vengeance, I am the knight, I am Batman.
That's so cool.
Crowd went wild. Wild, man. And that, dude, oh my god, it was such an emotional time. And now I'm gonna share that picture next time though. But not only did I met him, but I also met what's his name? Damn it. I know the name. Okay. He played the voice of Robin, and also this is woman, she played the voice of Poison Ivy. So basically I met like the pillar of the cast too in that one photo.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. Dope. So let's go ahead. We'll start talking about Ahsoka season 2. There's some rumors and stuff that came out as far as who's coming out in the show. I think Star Wars Nerd, you said, was it Josh at Den of Nerds kind of officially first
Josh from the Den of Nerds, I guess, was the first person to kind of report on it.
Okay.
And they're definitely just rumors, because you will not find a news article about it. Like
right, for sure. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna play this video from Theory where he's listening to Josh talk and he's kind of reacting to it as we go, and then we'll talk about it after.
All right, guys, we're going to try something new today. Josh hit me up on April 1st telling me to check out his latest video because something big and legit. And I'm like, hold on. So I started watching a little bit of it, and I was like, nah, dude, this is April 1st. I don't like April Fools. I never upload stuff on April Fools. I don't like that day. He actually was pretty serious about it. So he wanted me to do a reaction to it. And some of you in the live stream today and yesterday have also asked me if I've seen this video. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't actually finish it. So I figured we would go right ahead and check it out, because there's some major leak or spoiler or something like that for Ahsoka season 2. And let's see what's in there. Like the first minute or so is about that he heard a leak. So it's basically giving you like a buffer to pass by it in case you don't want spoilers. So let's jump right ahead here.
It seemed cool. But even I had no idea how much Dave was trying to do in this season. He is swinging for the absolute fences. First thing we want to talk about, Abeloth. Abeloth, 100% confirmed. A huge part of season 2. They cast somebody really good for Abeloth. And of course, this confirms the long-held theory by me that the thing that was calling to Balin in season 1 was Abeloth. I was the first person to make a big theory video about this back in the day.
It's true. Back in the day, he was, I think, the first person to make an Abeloth. He thought it was Abeloth. I thought it was going to be perhaps the father, that he's not dead. Because the mountain there that is sparkling was the same mountain that Anakin was climbing towards in the Clone Wars in the Mortis arc, which was also having that little star at the top sparkling in the distance. So I figured, okay, well, probably, Anakin saw the father in there, so we're probably going to see him again. But Abeloth would be something entirely different.
Second thing that's crazy about Ahsoka season 2, and I'm curious as to how the normies will respond to this, but you're getting a shit ton of Anakin Skywalker. Anakin is a huge part of the story. He's a series regular. In Force Ghost form, he's probably going to be hanging out with Sabine and Ahsoka a lot. And honestly, that makes perfect sense if you're following the big-time lore, the stuff with the Celestials, the One, the Father, the Daughter, the Son, all the Mortis stuff. That's absolutely what Dave is cooking here. My own speculation is that Anakin Skywalker is the father, and that this whole thing with the mother is connected to some big-time Force thing. Huge lore-breaking potential.
Interesting. If Anakin were to become the father, I mean, that was what he was originally supposed to kind of do, and he chose a different path, of course, but that's where they want to take it, where he is it. No one's really ever gone.
No one's ever really gone.
Anakin's been my favorite character since before he was popular again with his introduction in Kenobi. But before that, I mean, people were just kind of like, well, get over it. Anakin's long gone, blah, blah, blah. Anakin's my favorite character, and I've always wanted to see more of him. So, if done right, that's great. But also, if done wrong, not good, because I think I know more about Anakin than anyone I've ever met. I'm a hard critic on that one.
And oh my God, Boba Fett himself is going to be in the show again, probably playing Rex or some other characters, one of the clones. And as a small side note here, I was also told that Tim Morrison has a big announcement for Star Wars Celebration next month. I think it's probably Boba season 2, and hopefully they actually just make him a badass bounty hunter again. But that I'm not 100% sure on. I was just told he has a big announcement. He's going to be in Ahsoka season 2. That's cool. All right, next crazy thing. Ewan McGregor is in the show. I know, but it's true. Obi-Wan is in the show, not only for flashbacks. Mandela Greenberg, or whatever her name is, the youngest.
He's using a toy.
Ahsoka, she's back too, so they're going to do flashbacks with Hayden, Ewan, and young Ahsoka. Oh my God.
Right, so we've heard this before. I remember I made a video on that a little while ago, and that, if that's actually legit, that would be pretty crazy, dude.
Finally getting it. Probably more extensive than what they did in season 1. That's probably sort of a trial run. They were, just figuring out how to potentially do that in season 1. I think they can expand on it now in season 2. But here's the thing that's crazy. I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor is not just back for flashbacks, and there's something crazy going on with Force Ghosts, cosmic nature, the ones, Abeloth. Oh my God. And that leads me to the next one, man. Friggin' Liam Neeson. He said he was done, but he also said he was never going to be in that Kenobi show before he actually appeared in it. Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon will be in Ahsoka season 2, likely in Force Ghost form as well. This has to be crazy. I mean, guys, are you listening to what I'm saying right now? They're going crazy with Force Ghost and cosmic.
So one thing that I always wanted to see, especially after they killed Luke, I was like, look, they could literally, I did this in some fan fiction, they could literally create an episode of Star Wars, episode 9 or whatever it could have been, or 8.5, where we're in the other realm, right? So when Anakin was transferring into the Force, this is from the book, The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader. When Anakin was transferring, about to die in front of Luke, he heard a voice, and that was Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan is telling him, basically, you only got a few more seconds until you cease to exist, so you need to listen to what I'm about to tell you, so you can transfer yourself into the Force and essentially be immortal. Otherwise, you're gone. Poof. Anakin listened to him, and then he became a Force ghost. So, that whole world is something we haven't really explored before, and I think it would be pretty freaking interesting to go in there. Now, again, and this is a difference between me saying this today versus me saying this years ago. It's that how are they going to do it, right?
Force, Jedi, Sith, Abeloth-esque stuff. They're absolutely going for it. I can't believe it. This one's going to blow your freaking mind.
No. Don't tell me you're going to put Star Killer in there. That's not, there's no way.
Really make your butthole quiver. Sam Witwer, fan favorite actor from the Clone Wars, from Rebels, famously did Maul for so long. Sam Witwer is going to play the son in
okay, that's pretty cool.
Flashbacks to Mortis in Ahsoka.
Damn, we're going to get live action flashbacks? That's crazy.
Season 2. Oh my God, we're finally getting, and he's actually going to play the son in the flashbacks. They have apparently cast actors to play the father and the daughter from the Mortis flashbacks as well. They might even be the voice actors. I'm not sure. But you're getting Sam Witwer. And
why do they do Sam Witwer like that? Who's your Photoshop guy?
I'm just throwing another bonus thing here. It's absolutely nuts. If you're a huge Darth Maul fan, well, guess what? The next big Star Wars
Shut up. No way.
animated show is focusing on Darth Maul, and I would expect Sam Witwer to be back to voice.
We'll get back to that in a little bit here, but the whole announcement of what Josh says, and you, Star Wars nerd, you said it's a pretty he said it was a pretty reliable source told him that these characters will be in Ahsoka season 2. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts, hearing all that about all those actors, and yay, nay, what do you guys think?
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
It's going to take away from the story that they've already started. I mean, at what point is it? I've said it a million times, and I'll continue to say it until they do it. What point is it easier for them to just give us like a Lost Missions Clone Wars special or something?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be taken away from the Balin and Shin storyline. You're going to be taken. I mean, come on now. Really? Liam Neeson? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not buying that one. That one's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
No, that kind of that part right there. I think he kind of lost me there. Okay, believable. Yes, Ewan McGregor, and maybe we probably heard months back about they can return as well. Like those things I can actually see happening, and more flashbacks from the Clone Wars. But as far as when he went to Qui-Gon Jinn, and then he talked about Luke Skywalker. I'm like, oh, okay, now this is off the rails at this point. But
Yeah.
no, it will definitely take away of the whole sole purpose of the show too as well. Like it would make more sense to go back to the times like during the prequels and show all the scenes of what they've done, even the lost missions as well. I think they could really redeem themselves for that, but I think that'll be too much. Almost everywhere, people be like, "Wait, what? How is this all connected?"
Yeah.
Just like how you watch the Clone Wars, how there are some parts of a Clone War it's not really in chronological. It's just like one mission after another, but it got a little bit more sense like season 5 and 6, 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I can see the Liam Neeson thing. I think is a stretch. Definitely, Sam Witwer coming back to play the son in some flashbacks. I think that's dope. I like that.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yes.
I mean, even if he just like, even if it's not flashbacks and he's actually a part of the show, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah. Now, the thing that you said I'm afraid of is that these characters coming back, like you and Hayden, and if it is Natalie Portman playing Abeloth, right? I'm afraid that it is going to take away from the story. Now, could we be surprised and get in there? And yes, we get these cameos and they were taken back nostalgia-wise, but at the same time, they surprise us with the continuation of a good story. Yeah, they could. Am I afraid that that's not going to happen? Yes. Past experience has told me that that's a really good possibility of happening, that we're just going to get the cameos and no really good story. But at the same time, I do hope, like, I don't wish any ill will on the show. Like, I hope it's good. I do.
Oh, I wish that we just bring back a live action Clone Wars. Then you have people say, well, that's we already have Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. I was like, yeah, but that one give us like a fraction of what happened. Whereas when we see Ahsoka and everything else, and live action will be a totally different story. It does have to match exactly from the anime show. It could be something that we have not seen. They may have to go back to one mission, something they have not shared at all. So it's like there's always room and opportunity for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they do that, I'd prefer them to do like something we haven't seen, you know? Because it's like, I mean, we already got 7 seasons of the Clone Wars. We really need to remake that shot for shot. I mean, Hollywood is already just making sequels and remakes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But I'm excited about Ahsoka season 2. Do you guys know do you guys remember when the release date for that one is?
It'll be right around Mandalorian movie come out. I think either that time or a year later, but I think it's around Mandalorian and Grogu, I think, which that comes out 20.
No, Mando and Grogu is season, or almost said season 6. 2026.
So it's either late next year, but most likely 2027.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which makes sense because they started filming like last month, I think. Yeah.
And I'm interested to see what that news is. He said Tamara Morrison apparently has a really big announcement at Celebration. I hope this is going to sound bad because Boba is my favorite character, but I hope it's not a season 2, especially if they make it like it was for season 1. Because here's the deal. Like I've said before, Boba is supposed to be a badass. Now, if they come out and they like change direction and make him that badass where he's like, my way or I'm killing you, like the Boba that we see in the books, like Bloodlines and these things, great, fantastic, let's do it. But if you're gonna come out and give us the same Boba, personally, as a Boba fan, I don't want to see it.
And let me just add to that as well, especially because when we read the comments and everything else, we get a different type of character of Boba, whereas we only learn about Boba Fett. No, not Boba Fett, excuse me. Like the Empire Strike Back when he first appeared, and then a little bit Return of the Jedi. We only learn a little bit of him, but people just like the character because he's a bounty hunter. He's quiet, looks badass, got an E3 blasters and everything else. Right. And I think
apparently disintegrated somebody at some point.
Yeah, exactly. And then what they just give us with the live action show and everything else, just like what we maybe did not know the backstory, this and that, what led to this point or what happens afterward. That's the only storyline they're able to give us. So it's like, I can see it from both ways. Like they better not screw this up with this show, or with the season 2. But it's like at the same time, though, I think expectations were too high for the Book of Boba Fett. Because I think what Tua Morrison said, one of the biggest things is that his character talked too much, which I remember we talked about that Gazer a while back. He's just like yaps and this and that, and that took away of his character. Hey, you know what? Give him season 2 though. I mean, like I said, Mandalorian took 2 of his episodes, and
Right.
that's got to hit him too.
Yeah.
With that,
I will say one of the coolest things about the Boba Fett show was Black Chrysanthemum. I loved Black Chrysanthemum in that. That was so cool. We got Galactic Cantina in the house. Hello there.
Hello there.
Good to see you. So the other thing I want to talk. Anyway, other thoughts on this whole Ahsoka season 2 thing? Any?
If all those cameos do happen, that pretty much just tells me that we are heading towards the direction of the Jedi Avengers movie coming out when Heir to the Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd personally rather head towards the other side where like we get like a Mara Jade. Like I would love like a cool Mara Jade movie that leads up to that helps lead into like Heir to the Empire stuff. You know what I mean? And then you connect it with Luke and stuff. Like I think that'd be sweet. I love Mara Jade. I think Mara Jade is a badass character, man. So
and they had to really make sure to do this one right, because I think season 1 I would say is the best, but of course season 2 will be the ultimate factor. Okay, what do you think overall of the show? Now we got this first gist of the season. Once season 2 comes out, what's your overall review of it? And I think they really had to do this one right. And they had to be very precious with it. Like as far as like when it was a scene of Ahsoka. When I think Hera had to meet up with the council and everything else, they were about to court-martial her or something like that. I try to remember exactly. But when C-3PO made like a return, basically, he was sent by Leia Organa. At least I'm glad they made it as an appearance that Leia was still around. They didn't have to bring her back and do a whole CGI and everything.
Right.
I'm just saying those things like intended the details, they had to really make sure they really taken care of in the next season as well.
Yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree. So did you guys see the new trailer for Tales of the Underworld?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What did you guys, I have it up here if we want to play it real quick for people. We don't have to, but what did you guys think of the trailer?
I thought it looked a lot better than Tales of the Empire.
Yeah. I mean, it's got 2 of our favorite characters, I think, Ventress and Cad Bane. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're up there. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're like even on my top 10 list, but
right. But I mean, out of the characters that have been between Disney and stuff that we know in the past, they're some of the better characters, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, in the words of theory, and I completely agree with this, Ventress is like one of the last cool female characters that they could utilize.
Yeah.
I mean, what else have they done? I mean, they made Leia do space farts until she died.
Right.
Oh man.
Galactic Cantina says they should not force movies or series to get characters in. Marvel did that, and it felt like too much. Yeah. How about you, Josiah? What did you think of Tales of the Underworld?
Cad Bane's gonna be interesting, but I think we'll get more of a backstory than we did much heard of in the Clone Wars as well. So I think that'll be interesting. As far as Asajj Ventress, we got a little bit of a scope if you kind of think about it, because with I think it was like season 6, I think, when she went back home to her family with all those witches and everything like that. We got a little more scope of that, so we got a little bit of idea what she has gone through as well. It may talk more about her childhood as well, but Cad Bane is to me, it's a little bit of a different animal. I'm actually intrigued on how he became to be like the most badass.
Yeah, because it's got to be a pre Clone War stuff, because he doesn't have his tubes.
Yeah,
dude, I didn't notice that until I watched your reaction video.
Really?
I had no idea. I mean, I did a reaction video and I was just like, "Oh, Cad Bane, hell yeah, let's go!" And then with the Asajj stuff, I actually did see a theory right before I popped on, that the Padawan that's with her, or the youngling, whatever it is, could potentially be Jod from Skeleton Crew.
That would be kind of cool.
No, I'm sick and tired of these Order 66 survivors. There's a reason why George only had Kenobi and Yoda in the originals.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. I have been reading Dark Lord, Rise of Darth Vader, and one of the things that Palpatine does say to Darth Vader is, I'm sure there are, and I don't care if there's a lot of, if there's been a lot of Jedi that have escaped. Like, that's not the point. The point now is that we have an empire that, you know what I mean, will eventually deal with them. So they kind of, in the Dark Lord book, they kind of leave it open to the fact that there could be a decent amount of Jedi, not a ton, but a decent amount that escaped.
Well, yeah, but Disney's going to take that decent number and they're going to multiply it just so they can keep milking it.
Right.
When the only thing anybody wants to see is the entirety of the slaughtering of the Jedi Temple. I mean, come on.
That would be pretty cool.
If you gotta think about it, you watch the original, it was only like one Jedi. I was Luke at that time. So it's like you gotta knew something happened beforehand. Like I can't imagine it'd be like thousands of them still alive. It's a lot of them. If I could guess, it's probably less than 100. That's like my best. That's my guess, like less than 100 right now. Possibly less than 50. Yeah.
When you think there are thousands and thousands of Jedi, and now there's less than 100 left, like that's quite a cut.
And we don't know. And look, even some of the younglings too. I'm pretty sure they all escaped as well. And probably none of them didn't die. So,
well, no, we did see one get stabbed in the stomach twice. So there is that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's always like these open-ends of questions like, did they all die, this and that? But I'm pretty sure because most of them, they just escaped basically. And I'm pretty sure everybody got the last messages what Obi-Wan sent during the Clone Wars that, hey, the times of the Jedi is like over, whatnot. Get out of here.
Go hide.
With you. Yeah, go hide. So we
know.
Yeah,
but I will say for the younglings in the temple, Kenobi does in fact state not even the younglings survived. So that should imply that there are no younglings out there.
Okay. That's true. Well,
you're right.
There should be no younglings that were from the inside the Jedi Temple. If they were like younger younglings that were like maybe out with a master or something like that, or escaped.
That's what I'm saying. Because like,
you know what I mean? Like that you can't help.
Doom. I mean, Kanan. Yeah. He was out with Depa Billaba, and when the clones turned on him.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just kind of just don't. If you would watch, and you know what? For example, here's the best example too, because I like how you brought up too. They may be out with the Jedi Masters. Because if you watched a Bad Batch or something like that, wasn't like a Jedi and like I think it was a youngling too as well. Have you guys watched a Bad Batch? Have you seen that? Yeah. It was like the first episode. I forgot what the kid's name though, but I think he got killed.
It was Caleb Dune.
Yeah, him. So that's why I was assuming though. See, if that happened, I'm pretty soon. It's probably just a little few more, but it's just they're in hiding right now. So
right, exactly, yeah. So I'm excited. Like I said, Cad Bane's got to be a pre-story because, like he said, he ain't got the tubes in his face at the moment, so it's got to be a pre-story, which is really interesting. I really like Cad Bane. I think he's awesome. I'm glad they brought back the voice actor to voice him because that deep voice of his is so menacing and good.
Can't imagine replacing with somebody else. So that'd be like
that'd be wild.
That'd be shot to hell. Like it is over.
Right. Exactly.
Forget the story. If you can't get no person, I mean,
right. Then why are we doing this? Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
It's just like because you remember when they didn't do the original. If James Earl didn't do it, they're gonna have some guy who did like some sort of Russian voice or something like that. So you can imagine how that will look like.
Thank you, James Earl Jones.
Yeah,
rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace.
Man, yeah. Because if you watch behind the scenes of it, they actually explain how they were able to find James Earl Jones because they were going to not have him at all. It was going to be some other guy. I think he was like Russian or something like that. And we played Darth Vader, and I was like, "Oh, well,
they didn't tell in the original?" And we're going to ask. We have an announcement to make for that, but in the original New Hope, they didn't tell David Prowse that they were having somebody do the lines. I'm pretty sure. I thought
part though.
Yeah, and he was like pissed that like somebody dubbed over the lines on him.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was David Prowse, but I know that somebody who played Vader back in the originals, they got banned from any and all Star Wars events because they kept leaking stuff for Empire. And George was like, "Nah, bro, we ain't having this."
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we have another guest joining us here, all the way straight from the West Coast, Mr. Bryant Collectibles. How are you doing, sir?
Well, Bryant.
Oh, he's got the vest on, the one I just messaged him about. That's dope.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Trying to put on these headphones. I guess they don't work like last time.
Oh, no. That's a bummer.
New ones. What's up, dude? What's up, Josiah? You good? Star Wars nerd, what's up, bro?
Not much, just chilling.
Hey man, I agree with you. I was listening to everything you're saying. No youngling survived. You're right, bro.
Well, we did get that one that somehow survived a stomach
Yeah.
stab, but
Yeah.
that's just all of anybody in Star Wars now. It doesn't matter if you're a youngling or Mandalorian with the lowest amount of midichlorians ever produced, but you somehow get to survive saber stabs, except for Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
I did listen to the theories you guys said. I'm just gonna
I know. I know you can't say anything. That's why I
Yeah,
wanted to
I'm
talk
just-
about it right away, so
I'm-
that way when you came up, you weren't necessarily in.
No, well, I just let you guys go on. I was like, all right, I think this is the right time to join in.
Yes, absolutely. What did you think of the trailer of Tales of the Underworld?
You know, can I be honest? I haven't seen it yet. I think like dude, this is probably like the first time in like all week I've had a few hours off.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna catch up tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heck
It
yeah,
looks
dude.
really good.
It does.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff on it.
Do you wanna? I can play it on here. We can get your live reaction.
If you guys want, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Let's get Bryant Collectibles live reaction to Tales of the Underworld here. All right.
Bro, you gotta tell me where you get your glasses from, man. Those big ass nerdy glasses, man.
I got it from the guy from Up.
As I say, never can be too cautious with strangers out here.
Why is it pausing now? Come
Then
on.
again, you're no stranger, Lady Ventress.
We got a problem here. Just saw him right in.
No way. Yo.
What's the situation?
He was your best friend.
Things have changed. You took everything from me.
Who are you?
I was Count Dooku's lead assassin.
Good shit.
I don't want that life anymore.
Bane, no one needs to die.
Nice.
Get them.
You're gonna pay for what you did. This revenge, I hope it was worth it. It will be.
Oh yeah. Dude. That's pretty damn good, bro.
Right.
You know, I'm shocked that they didn't hold it for the next week or two.
Right for Celebration. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny because I was talking to a buddy of mine because he's making a Western movie, right? And I was like, dude, I like Cat Bane because he's such like a badass. He's like a cowboy and stuff with the boots, the gun. I was like, dude. And then it's funny now that I mentioned that the other day, this pops up. That's crazy, bro.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited. It looks good. I was telling him, and Nerd didn't notice this, but it has to be a pre-story for Bane because he doesn't have the tubes.
That's right. That's so true.
So
That's what's going to be more intriguing with Cad Bane because we got a little bit more of Saj, but Cad Bane does going to be like an interesting part to me.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's such a badass character, bro.
he is. He's so
I
cool.
love Cat Bane. Yeah.
If they posted this trailer randomly, I'm sure we're gonna get something much bigger announced at Celebration.
Yeah. I would think so.
Yeah. And I know they said apparently Josh was saying Tamara Morrison's apparently, like we talked about, got a big announcement too at Celebration. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of big announcements at Celebration that hopefully come true, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know a few things might come true.
All right, cool. All right, cool. We got a confirmation that some things might come true. All right, cool. We got this.
I don't know.
Might. That's why I said might. We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't
When I
know.
went to
Even
FedEx,
even I don't know sometimes. They're like, hey, just come into work. Oh, all right, cool.
Shoot, we're acting like this dude works in the movie industry or something, that he has all the answers.
Right.
No, dude, it's funny because they hide. It's funny because they hide secrets within secrets. No, they do. I'm not even joking.
That's awesome.
And I'm
Yeah,
really happy that he's going to make the announcement too, because I remember at Fan Expo Chicago last year when he was at the panel, and when he was discussing about him coming back to Star Wars, he's like, ever since Boba Fett season ended, he just never received a call from Disney or anything. So hopefully, even since that time, I'm pretty sure that he got exciting news. He just got to keep it under his belt, and hopefully we get something, hopefully. But let's see.
I mean, do you think he didn't get a call because of the ratings with Boba Fett?
Maybe.
Yeah, I will see that.
I mean,
some nature.
It sucks because at least I grew up with him as Django, right?
Right.
And then for him to portray Boba Fett, it's just awesome because now he carries on. But if he didn't get a call back from Disney, I personally would think it's because of the ratings. But dude, I think he deserves another chance, and I think Kenobi deserves another chance on season 2.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they went back even in the originals and put Tamara Morrison's voice into the movies.
Yeah.
For the consistency. I think that's really cool.
And he has such a unique voice, bro.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've never met him. I'm gonna meet him in Celebration, actually.
I saw you got the opportunity to go to Celebration now. When do you leave for that?
And it's cool because I was gonna give away my tickets for free. I was like, I guess I'm not going. I was like, might as well just give away my tickets. Whoever wanted them, nobody hit me up. Then I had a buddy of mine. He's like, hey, you know what? I mean, I'll cover you starting the 13th all the way to the 20th. I was like, dude,
right, there you go.
There you go. Oh, that's exactly. I mean, like, I probably won't be there all 3 days, but I'll just be there Friday, Saturday.
Commander Jesse in the house.
Commander Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm taking off next Sunday to answer your question.
Oh, sick. Are you I bet you're stoked, dude.
7-Eleven is what I'm excited for, bro.
Right?
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to see you at ICCC Con, man.
Dude, me too. And I'm also going to Rebel Scum. Dude, they're announcing so many people, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Oh my god,
I'm so ready, bro. I got my VIP and all that ready, man. I really don't want to miss ICCC, but I was telling Diz the other day, my mom's going to surgery. Then he gave me a little bit of snippets of who may come, this and that. No, I was like, I should tell my mom maybe postpone or something like that. Ain't that bad. She can wait.
Mom, you can wait. I don't care. You're waiting. Bye.
No, but that's it. No, I think like the whole theme of the ICC this year, I think it's a Teenage Mutant Turtles reunion. I think that'll be the first. They're gonna have all of them together.
Yeah,
I mean that's
the whole cast.
Because I remember I watched the VHS movie of that, and that came out like what 1989 or something like that.
Every time I think of Ninja Turtles, I just think of the pizza, the cheese dripping.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I think of. I'm like, oh man.
And Mikey talking about how the did you see the way she looked at me, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for both, man. I've never been to. I think we spoke about this last time. I hardly ever go to cons, but I'm excited for ICC Con because of all the good things I hear about it, and Rebel Scum.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Brian?
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Good, man. How you going?
Trying to survive, bro. I'm like in between working. I think I told Gazer this last time, dude. I literally started building my Star Wars shed today.
Oh, no way.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. I went to Home Depot, bought all the wood. I started laying everything out. Everything's freaking bolted to the ground. And tomorrow I'm gonna continue.
Heck
That's
yeah.
unreal.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
I don't
know all y'all right now. I don't have no collection shelf or anything like that, man. Oh my god, yo! Everything's stuck in a box. Like I had like a whole
cantina. the Star Wars Avengers are assembling.
I literally had a whole fucking bin of the Phantom Menace figures. Like I think I almost have just about all of them. If I'm missing anything, probably like 2 or 3 things. But I wish I could display all those. It's like
You know what's cool about like those the prequels is that on eBay I ordered the. Do you remember like back in the day when Revenge of the Sith came out on DVD? They had like a Darth Vader cutout board.
Yeah.
And then you were able to grab
yeah.
the DVD. Dude, I ordered that shit for like $105,
no
bro. Yeah, hell yeah! I'm put it right there in the damn shed.
Heck yeah.
It's Hollywood Video Store. I think I know what you're talking about because they had a Hollywood Videos at one point. I think.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
That's dope. Commander Jesse, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. What's going on?
Hey, it's good to have you on, man.
Good to be back. It's good
Heck
to be back.
yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Have you met Josiah?
I have not met Josiah. What's going on, man?
I'm doing good, man. You wear my favorite gym shirt, man. That Darth Vader.
Yeah. It goes hard, eh?
Games, right?
Yep.
Oh, man. I got the Dark Force one, so like this is mine right here.
Oh, that one's cool.
Yeah, that one's dope.
I feel like that Darth Vader shirt, we all have it, man. I love it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that shirt. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll be wearing it when I meet Hayden for sure.
There you go. When are you gonna meet him? You're going to a celebration?
Yeah, you're going now, aren't you? I saw you going now.
Oh yeah, I'm going, bro.
Yes.
You guys are gonna have to meet up now at Celebration.
For sure.
Yeah, dude, definitely. We'll go on an eating tour.
Absolutely. No, we've been messaging back and forth for a while now. So yeah,
Hey,
for sure.
Real quick question for all of you guys. What did you guys honestly think about the concept art for that Darth Maul?
I think
for the Hot Toys.
Is there a picture of it by chance? I don't think I see it.
Oh yeah. They put, dude. I think that's one of the main reasons I'm like stoked to go.
All right. Let's see.
Funny enough, because I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago, the guy who actually drew that was at the studio. I think his name is Ian something. I forgot.
Oh,
really cool guy.
That name rings a bell because that book that Nerd's going through, you see his name in it a bunch of times with the art. Yep. Yeah.
No, the concept one, the concept art.
Concept art?
Yeah.
Oh, he got that Star Wars archive. Oh man, hey, where'd you get that book? Like Amazon or something?
Yeah, dude, these are like little pocket editions. You can get the fat versions. They're like $300 each or something.
Oh,
like
this one.
Yeah.
I did see this one. Yeah.
Remember what the ones back in early?
This one, right?
That one, bro. Oh my god.
Oh, that's dope.
How sick, dude.
That's how originally he was gonna look.
You know, honestly, I'm cool where he's at right now. I mean, that
no, yeah. But just the fact that you're from a concept art now now you get to own it, a figure. You know, dude, I'm stoked for that one. Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna get the Star Wars archive book for sure.
Commander Jesse, real quick, just your quick thoughts. We were just talking about the new Tales of the Underworld. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, look, intriguing. I think they obviously hinted at it last year with Bad Batch because they said that would be the last we'd see of Asajj. So I was always wondering how we'd get her back. Whether it was going to be they were going to stretch it out somehow to Ahsoka because obviously we're on Dathomir now. But obviously, we're getting her here. Another Order 66 survivor doesn't bother me too much because, like, even if there's up to 100, that doesn't bother
Jesse
me.
out of here supporting Order 66 survivors.
Well, it doesn't bother me as much. You can have up to 100 because if you've got up to 100, that's still 1%. Like that doesn't bother me. Like 1%, Palpatine did what he needed to. He broke him. I seen theory. Someone said that survivor might have been Baylan Skull. There's absolutely no chance. Jod. Possibility maybe, but yeah, it'll probably end up being no one. Got another Inquisitor. I think it's like the 16th Inquisitor now.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah, look, I don't think Tales of the Empire wasn't bad in my it wasn't badly written or anything. I just after it was like, did we what did it add? Like, did we need it? Sort of thing. I think that was my main reaction.
Yeah.
It didn't draw me in heaps, but I think nothing's going to top Tales of the Jedi. That was that was unreal.
That was so good.
I think this will sit somewhere between Empire and Jedi for me.
right in the middle.
But yeah, I like that they're making May 4th sort of like an annual animation thing now, because obviously they did Empire last year and that. So I hope they sort of keep that going, because that's cool. Yeah.
Did you notice Cad Bane's no hose on his?
I did. In my reaction, as soon as I saw him, I was like, something's not right here. I was like, yeah, wait, where's his hose? Yeah, where's the breathing tubes? Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be starting next week is gonna be really busy for Star Wars, man. You got Celebration, Revenge of the Sith, everything's just gonna start coming down.
Yeah.
We're only
we'll probably get more
away.
announcements soon, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. I mean, we're only a few short weeks away from ICCC, and I am, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's May, right?
Yep, May 16th or the 18th. So, yep, I'm super stoked.
This is like a bad. You know what? I'll be realistic with you, but it's like as far as Star Wars Celebration this year, I think they chose. It's hard for them to even do it this year because it is an episode 3 reunion, you know, or excuse me, anniversary, and it's like Ewan is not there, but only Hayden is, and then was gonna be. It's just like it felt like half-assed for this one. I was like,
you got Anthony.
Well, look, I'll tell you what I told Tony. Ewan is in London doing some kind of musical stuff. Hayden's gonna be in London doing cons.
Yeah.
And then they have more people. They have, I think, Osario's going to be in London as well.
Okay.
Filming in London. You know, that's a little clue.
I think you're talking about that. Brussels.
I mean, but you're right, though. Like the whole, I agree with you, dude. It's like, how are you not going to give that a panel?
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And the thing, too, like, of only having Revenge of the Sith in for a week, like, come on. Like, and it's in April too, not even in May. Like,
that should be illegal, bro.
Yeah. And here's the deal, Brian. You and I talked about this when I had you on my podcast. Is that 1 week that Revenge of the Sith is out? It is box office wise going to blow all these Disney Star Wars movies out of the water in 1 week.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I would bet my last dollar on it too.
Yeah.
Brian, would this be your first celebration coming up?
Yeah, bro. I'm like, so I'm excited between Celebration and the fact that I get to be in Japan, bro. I want to see that Nintendo Switch too. You know, going off topic.
Yeah.
I'm excited, dude. I was like a kid jumping the other day at work when this guy's like, dude, I'll cover your girlfriend.
Heck yeah.
I'll
say this. I will definitely be at Star Wars Celebration in 2 years for the 50th anniversary.
They have to. Wait, you know, they had to go all out in this one. I mean, what they did, like for example, 2017, how they just bought almost by everybody. You got to bring it home for this one, as if this is the last one.
Yeah.
So,
and you know what though, that might be in the States. Maybe. Because if I'm correct, I think that's the same year that George Lucas is going to open his museum here in LA. So I don't know if that might be in the States. And dude, he has to be there for the 50th anniversary.
Tony seems to think, and he's kind of walked down the logic trail with it, but he's convinced that he's pretty sure the 50th will be in Chicago because it's not been in Chicago in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another place, you know, George Lucas likes to go to a lot. It is Chicago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But was it?
So, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was it 2017 for Orlando? I think because people were hoping for Orlando or something like that. And I mean, well, y'all had it back in 2017, and then it was Chicago 2019. So
I can see it going to Chicago. Actually, yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, I would be down. I'm only like 7 hours away, so for me, Chicago would be an easy drive.
If it makes you feel better, I literally fly to Chicago just for pizza and I come back.
Heck yeah, dude!
I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
No, well, I think I told Gazer, I was like, look, I work American Airlines maybe 3 to 4 times a month just to fly for free, bro.
That's insane. That's
you
awesome.
guys hook me up with them tickets, man. Hey, send some tickets or something like that.
I get with that company, they give me 25 buddy passes a year.
Oh, no way.
And for my ticket to Japan, $100, bro.
What?
Yeah. Hey, those buddy passes, you just eat $100 for you in the economy or something like that, or what?
Hey, dude, they could throw me in the bathroom. I don't give a shit.
Literally, don't give.
No. But I mean, look, domestically is a little bougie. They tend to put you on first class if they have it available. But when it comes to something that big, and especially now that the whole world is deciding to go to Japan all of a sudden, you get me? So
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I'll take any seat that's available. And luckily, the day that I'm going is the day that I was like, all these seats are available. I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude, it's perfect. It was meant to be.
Heck
Unreal.
yeah, dude. That's
It's well
dope.
Yeah.
before.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So we only got a few minutes left. I know Josiah's got to get going here in a few minutes. But I wanted to ask everyone, because Josiah, I don't think I got to ask you, but just kind of as we come up to Celebration, as we come up to all these things, and there's a lot of Star Wars coming up, just kind of to talk about our love of Star Wars, like what got us. I want to ask everybody individually, like what got you into Star Wars, just to kind of remind us of that love of Star Wars as we get into all of this. Because I think sometimes, like as we're talking about this, yeah, there are things that we're all worried about, but I think sometimes we can get like really, really negative about things, like,
Mhm.
and it can really get us down. So I wanted to ask you guys individually, what got you into Star Wars? So I don't know, whoever wants to start. I'd love to kind of
Well,
go
this operation is your idea. You need to start.
All right, Anakin. No. So
Well, I
for me,
mean-
true. For me, I just grew up. My dad had the original collection of Star Wars. It was VHS. It was like a gold box, and it had like the magnetic pop cover on it or whatever, and it had Darth Vader on the front. Like it was so super dope. But I remember watching that as a kid, and then even as little, like, usually you can't remember things before 5. Like before 5, I was watching Star Wars, even if it was in the background.
Yeah.
And then my very first movie I ever saw in theaters was The Phantom Menace. And dude, that one has such a special place in my heart. Like, I know it can get some crap, but I don't care. I love Phantom Menace. I love it. And so for me, that's what got me started in really going in Star Wars is that. So
I mean, I'll add on to that. So same thing, bro. Like I'm 31, so I obviously didn't grow up with the original trilogy. I do love it, right?
Yeah.
And I grew up with the Phantom Menace because I don't remember much about my life back in the day when I was a kid, but I can recall all the Phantom Menace stuff, the Pepsi, the Pizza Hut, everything, bro. Like everything, I can just play that like that in my head. You get me? And that's something that I guess affected me, in a good way.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, I want to see what's next. Because I was like, dude, Obi-Wan. One thing I think I told you was that I was so scared of Darth Maul because I thought he was a devil.
Yeah.
Right. And then I remember my dad was saying that I was such a little bitch to go inside the theater because he was there. But he said he like sat me down and I enjoyed the whole movie. And then I guess that's something that I contribute with my dad now with the whole Star Wars. And then now I'm building a shed. I'm like, Dad, this started because of you. You get me? So for me, it goes really deep. And episode 2 and 1, 2, and 3 for me is just something that it will probably just live with me until I die.
Yeah. That's cool. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
And you want to just add on to as well. Been a long time Star Wars fan. I will say early 3 years old. I can't say 2 years old, honestly, but 3 years old, 4 years old. I definitely remember a lot. And I was just telling Gazer the other day too as well that my brother's the one that got me into Star Wars. And I remember when he was like popping this little baby in. You remember this VHS?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was popping this in and everything, and we were just watching it. And it's like, I would say a year before Attack of the Clones came out. I'm about to be 28 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But and funny thing is, as we were going to the movies and this and that, my brother didn't tell me what he went to go see as well because I was only 5 years old. My brother's like 13, 14. My mom was not going to let me to have him watch over me. And while my parents dragged me to go see the first Spider-Man movie in 2002, right next door was Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
That would have been my potential first Star Wars film. And so, yeah, but I redeemed myself when Revenge of the Sith came out when I was 8. So I was really happy for that. Growing up with like all the marketing stuff, with toys and everything else, I only have like maybe a 1 or 2 figures. I would say back then we didn't have really much money, but one thing for sure, the very first lightsaber toy I had is one of those things you have to hold down the red button and push it.
Yeah.
This guy's one.
You can't even close it. You can't even close it with your hand, like hurts your palm and shit. So that's like you
Yep.
gotta push it to the ground.
Yeah.
And Qui-Gon Jinn was my very first lightsaber too.
Yeah.
Oh
Me
yeah.
too.
Love it.
Man, but episode 3, man, that's the whole marketing back then, dude, and like all these toys. Like, you remember those helmets that they had as well for Darth Vader too, as well?
Yep.
Man, this is like the same.
And
It's the same now. Oh my god.
it's sad because I was telling my brother, I was like, man, my nephews will never grow up with marketing that way, you know?
Yeah. You played PlayStation 2 game of Star Wars Episode 3?
Oh, dude.
Yo,
Peak.
Yeah.
Peak.
man.
You got to grade it or something, don't you?
I played it with this TV right here.
Yeah,
See,
there it
that's
is.
my VHS.
There it is.
And old ass TV right there, you know? One of those heavy ass TVs that get your
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I forgot that Bryant's got that graded. Man.
Yeah. Dude, that was peak. I need them to remaster it and put it on PS5 or something. It was a
Yeah,
You need
yeah.
like a
They actually great video game boxes?
Yeah, water.
Wow. Okay, I know comic books, but video game? Shit.
Yeah. You can grade everything.
I'm
dude.
pretty sure you can get anything graded at this point in time.
True story. How about for you, Commander Jesse?
I can't pinpoint like the exact moment. I know it was when I was like
Not
3,
a true
4,
fan.
5.
Get out of here.
I can't pinpoint the exact
See you later,
moment.
bro.
But yeah, my uncle was probably the main one. So we I don't know if you guys remember that Jedi Outcast 2 Jedi Survivor with Kyle Katarn and that on the PC back in the day. I remember playing that with him a lot. Obviously, so I was 4 when Revenge of the Sith came out, so I never got to see him in the movies.
Damn.
But I know, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. I was 5 years old and saw it in the theater.
Dude, this is going to be a first for Commander Jesse, April 25th.
No, we'll see. So back last year here in Australia, with the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, we got 1 through 6. We didn't just get Phantom, we got them all. So I've seen,
wow.
Yeah. So I've seen them all in cinemas now. I'll see it again, obviously. But yeah, I've seen them all. I got my redemption. But yeah, like every kid growing up in the 2000s, we had the flick sabers. Like you're talking about the Vader helmet. I had the Vader helmet with the voice modulator and that.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was about it, man. But like, yeah, it's obviously stuck with me for the last 20 years.
I keep going back to it. It was just marketing at its peak.
Yeah.
And not marketing in a bad way. They marketed. George Lucas must have had something in his mind and his brain that he needed to market the kids. And I'm glad he did, because look at us now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I wish they bring Lucas Art back, like one of those video games.
Dude.
Man, I remember Star Wars Force Unleashed and everything like that, bro. I'm gonna have Sam Whitworth sign that shit. Sign like the game box too as well.
Yeah. I remember getting that on a Friday night when I was like 7 or 8, and I played that thing all weekend. That game just like, because I loved the Revenge of the Sith game and that, but Force Unleashed just changed everything. That game was unbelievable.
What game system you played it on?
PS2.
PS2. Oh man.
Yeah, that was unreal.
Did y'all ever play the PSP one? Have you guys ever had that?
No. I've played the PSP, but not the Force Unleashed on it. Yeah,
because it did come out PSP, right? I sworn it did.
It did.
Yeah, right. Dude, playing it on so I played it on PS2, and then later that year I got a Wii. Playing it on the Wii with a lightsaber attachment for the Wii remote was like next level. That shit was unreal. Yeah,
I was too poor.
Yeah. How about you, nerd?
So what got me into Star Wars was my grandpa. I was like 4 years old, and I came downstairs, and this was back whenever like TNT and Spike TV were cool and was constantly playing like the originals, and of course the first 2 prequels, because this is 2004. Well, it just so happened that A New Hope was on, and it was the scene where Darth Vader and Kenobi are fighting. He's like, "When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master." And I just kept asking my grandpa a bunch of questions about why is a robot man fighting an old dude. He was like, "Just shut up, sit down, watch the movie." And after that, it was like, yo, Are there any more? He was like, yeah, there's like 5. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, there's another one coming out next year. I was like, no, there's not. And he's like Bryant said, all the marketing, like how he said about the Phantom Menace and like Pizza Hut and Pepsi and all that. That's how I remember Revenge of the Sith with like Burger King and just all the fast food places.
I agree with you, dude. And like Josiah should. I mean, we love Revenge of the Sith, bro. But it's like, dude, the mark. I just can't get over it. It's like I wish I could just go back for an hour, bro, and just relive going to Burger King, relive going to fucking Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, fucking Toys R Us, dude. The
Toys
fucking
R
crap.
Us.
I'm like, dude. Yeah, bro.
That's elite.
Toys R Us exclusive.
Yeah, dude.
Dang, bro, wild.
As kids, because I remember my reaction to it. As kids, like growing up with the prequels and that, did the scheduling make sense to you? Like how 4, 5, and 6 were already out, and we we're getting 1, 2, 3. Did that make sense to you as kids?
It made no sense to me, bro.
Yeah.
To me, it made sense. In a way, it's like, okay, George Lucas was smart. He came out with 4, 5, and 6. Those were kids back then.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh shit, well now I gotta do 1, 2, and 3 for a new audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so dude, at the end of the day, it's just like I said, I go back to his brain. I don't know what level it was on, bro, but the way he marketed everything, bro, and then he was so smart about it because nobody wanted to buy it, but he said, you know what, I want the rights to the merchandising, and that's the best thing he could have done.
And I think Whitworth describes that so well, man. I'm so
happy he even got Nicolar too.
Oh my god,
George Lucas was just a mastermind. Like to start in the middle at the climax of an epic saga, right, with A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, just gets people salivating for, well, why did this happen? How did this happen? Like, how did we get here? Right. And then you're like, I'll tell you. And then you go back and explain how everything came to be. Like
it to me is mind blowing, bro. And then like to me it's like the people that grew up in the 70s and the 80s, they were kids, and they were marketed with the whole Kenner figures, right? And then we're like, okay, well, those figures to us when I was a kid is probably something I wouldn't have played with because of the whole how they're just so stiff and whatnot. I like movement and whatnot on my figures. The way they marketed episode 1 to 3, bro, even to the fact that they even were on Gogurt, they were on everywhere.
They were everywhere. They were on for me too. The other part that was really special is my dad loved NASCAR, and Jeff Gordon had a sick. It was like blue NASCAR with stars on it, and it had a big Pepsi thing in the front, and it had Anakin and Qui-Gon on it. Like it was dope. It was so cool. Have you ever seen it, Commander Jesse?
No.
Okay, I'm pulling this up.
Yep, it's funny.
It's not really a thing in Australia.
Brian, I like how. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, but I like how you were saying it too as well, how he marketed things for us, because I would even play those toys as well. Even the ones that came out, I think it was like Power of the Force, I think, those green boxes.
Yeah.
I bought a few of those at a convention. They probably one of those I probably may not have played it as well. Because when I watched the video,
sick.
It was so cool, dude. And Jeff Gordon was mine and my dad's favorite driver. And so, like, the fact that he had this, I was like, he's even more my favorite driver. Like, this is so cool. Like,
you can buy the model car too, dude.
You can.
That.
Yeah, they have it.
So sick.
Yep. You can go on eBay. I saw it on. It's funny because I saw it on eBay the other day. I was like, Gazer was talking about this shit the other day.
Dude, Gazer, you have to buy that if you don't already have it.
I don't. I should go on and buy it. That'd
Get
be
it,
sweet.
dude.
But then again, see,
I need to talk to my parents because I think I did have it at one point. I need to talk to them. They might have it still.
I think we all had it at one point. Trust me, because I distinctly remember that. But I go back to what I was trying to say is that even they hit NASCAR because even George Lucas liked fast cars. You know, he was in a accident, because he loves speeding.
Yeah.
So dude, it's just the whole dude. Man, it's something that we can't relive, but god damn it, I wish we could, bro.
Right, I know. Same. Well, Josiah, I know you got to get going. I like to try to keep this about an hour. Dude, I appreciate every single one of you guys joining. This is
Of
great.
course, man. Appreciate
Um,
the invite.
Yeah, absolutely. This is every Saturday. All of you guys are all welcome any Saturday you want to join. You just let me
Appreciate it,
know.
brother.
I'll send you the link. Like, you guys are awesome, and I love talking to you guys. I do want to share real quick 2 things. One, I finally put together and got updated my merch store. So
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
finally
you
got
go.
everything put together, got some merch and stuff now.
Oh, unreal.
So if you guys want to go on and get some stuff, totally cool. I would appreciate that much.
I gotta get a mug, man. I love coffee, bro.
Right? The Gazer mug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Or
go.
if since you're on Nerds Galore, I got a Nerds Galore one there too.
Well,
so
there you go.
either one you want. So the other thing for those watching is me, Star Wars Nerd, and Kyber Forged are doing a massive giveaway, and Bryant Collectibles was nice enough to contribute to that. So
Dude, you know what? Here, I'll add the Revenge of the Sith one too, bro. Take the game.
way.
Yeah, take the game, bro.
Bro.
Unreal, brother.
Yeah, dude. I'm if I'm being completely honest with you, it's literally just stuck in the bottom, bro. Like I have no space for it.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
dope.
take it, bro. Yeah,
you
yeah.
Have to, you have to send it with that other stuff.
No, yeah, I will.
So, yeah, dude, that's dope. So there we go. We got even more stuff. So we got a big giveaway. If you can get me, Kyber Forged, and Star Wars Nerd to 500 subscribers on or before May 1st, we will do a massive live stream where we will be giving away 2 general admission tickets for the entire weekend of ICCC. We'll be giving away an autograph, and now the PSA. What is that? The
WADA. I guess. I I didn't even know, bro.
There we go. The slabbed up episode 3 Revenge of the Sith game on PlayStation 2. And then we will also be giving away Battle Packs has agreed to give away a Lego set of his.
Unreal.
And then Millennium Workshop is going to do a customized piece of work as well. So
and the winner at ICCC will get to go wait in the line with me, and I'm gonna throw in a second auto.
Good shit.
There you go.
Heck yeah. There we go. So all of that to one lucky winner if all 3 of us, me, Star Wars Nerd, and Kyber Force, can get to 500 subscribers. So on or before May 1st. So a lot of fun, and we appreciate Bryant Collectibles. Appreciate you being willing to do that. That's so dope.
Oh yeah, bro.
Good shit,
I like to give back, bro. I realize the more I give, it's like I just like seeing people happy, bro. That's it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I
love it.
See, this type of authenticity and like that, you'll never get that from Disney. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You just won't. They'll just only pick the people, just like all famous and this and that. They want to go to like genuine and actually a loyal base of Star Wars and people like us, though. So
no, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah, Brian.
Someone hear something?
Oh man, that was awesome. Well, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Dude, heck yeah. Dude, it landed at a perfect time for me. God knows what the hell I was doing. I was like, dude, hell, you're going live tonight? Let's do it. I have nothing to do.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Again, all of you guys are all welcome. We're doing it every Saturday, same time. So you guys are always welcome. Just tell me, hey, send me the link.
Hey, real quick, Commander Jesse, we got to talk, bro. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Soon, bro.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Don't forget, guys, if you go to ICCC Nashville, you want to get tickets for yourself, use code SWN00 or Gazer10. SW Nerd 10, my bad, or Gazer 10. Get 10% off any tickets, including your VIP tickets. If you are active military, veteran, any kind of first responder, they give 25% off your ticket, including the VIP ticket. So go on there, get your tickets. We'd love to see you guys there. So even if, Josiah Bra, maybe can push that surgery back. Anyway, Rebel Scum Art and Apparel, guys. Go
we'll
there.
have
Use
on
code
FaceTime. No worries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Use code SWN00 or Star Wars Gazer to get 15% off. I got my Ahsoka shirt on tonight from them. Love it. He's got his Anakin from there. It's great shirts. Go check them out.
I got Target.
Only shirts I buy.
Right? Same. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, go check out my merch store. And And may the force be with you.
Yep,
Always.
definitely,
May the
gentlemen.
force be with you.
It's always a pleasure talking to a community. Even though, dude, I'm real quick. I'm an introvert, bro. But you guys make me whole, bro. God
Heck
bless you.
yeah. Yes, you too,
100%.
man. Right back at you, dude. Right
100%.
back
Love you,
at
brother.
you. So, love you guys. Have a good night.
Take it easy, guys. Later.
Another happy landing.
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
He's no good to me dead.
No. Or do not. There is no try.